How you feeling? Good afternoon, everybody from Kansas City, Missouri. We are in the absolute worst rink that we've been in since St. Louis and waiting for the teams to join us on the ice. Today it is going to be the Rough Riders Black team against Ames Orange. Video camera is going to be held by hand today, so it may be a little bit shakier than normal. but we are all going to be doing the best we can. I don't expect the laptop to be able to handle being without power for the entire stream, but we'll see how long we can get. Team's coming behind you. All right, your Rough Riders are now out on the ice. Jackson Baker is going to be in net today. Rough Riders coming out wearing their white jerseys. Ames Orange is coming out in their very, very bright construction orange jerseys. About 90 seconds remaining in the warm-up period here. Pucks are starting to get put towards the benches. So that means it is just about game time here. Just about game time here. Puck's getting put back up into the bucket. Coaches are going to be giving their final instructions, and then it will be game time. We'll do our best on announcing things today. We have a very different view than we normally do. And I have developed somewhat of a sniffle from some allergies, so we're going to do the best we can today. Lines are not very clear on the ice. And again, apologies if the stream ends up dying. That means that the laptop that was powering it ran out of power. Starting lineup for today looks like it is going to be Zek, Domke, Lanyo, Elliott, Sebring with Baker in net. Ames goalie has black pads, and then it looks like a white blocker and catcher. Opening faceoff is controlled by Cedar Rapids. George takes it into the zone. Has it stolen off of him. Knocked back down to him. Puck centered. DJ Elliott able to get it up at the point. High flip shot ends up behind the net. Puck comes back out. And coming into the Rough Riders' end. Knocked away by DJ. Back over to Corbin. Corbin spins it off the net, the boards to himself. And then he gets wedged off of the puck. George pumps it a little bit deeper. But Ames is able to get it out of the zone and starts skating back towards the Rough Rider side. Gavin steals it, pops it back to DJ. DJ pops it up to what looks like Palmer. Palmer skating into the zone, tries a pass into the middle, gets blocked off by an Ames player. Pumped back to Palmer again. Passed over to Kettleson. Kettleson able to get around the first defender. Puck flung back up to the point. Passed over to Maverick. Maverick tries a shot in. Blockered aside. Ames coming back out. Puck deflected away to the side of the net. Maverick going to be first on the rebound. Skates up with it, tries to take a power move to the middle. Gets all the way across to the other side, shoots it onto the goalie and covered. Next faceoff is going to be to the glove side of the Ames goalie. Faceoff is controlled back to the point. Breck shoots it, just misses the net. Pumped back out. And no icing here. Passed over to Breck. Breck's able to knock it free to Wyatt. Wyatt takes it out of the zone. Stolen by Ames. Pumped back up to Wyatt. Passed it across to Jerf. A little bit out of his reach, though. Ames regains control. Ames breaking deep into the zone. Shot comes in and saved by Baker. Face-off coming to Baker's blocker side. Face-off is tied up, back to the point. Passed across to the other side. Comes in off of Baker's pads. Corbin on the rebound. Lost control of it, though, along the boards. Back up to the wings. Stolen by Clara. Clara takes it to the middle. Nice little move. Shot comes in right on the Ames goalie and saved. Face-off coming to their glove side. Face-off controlled behind the net. Ames put it back behind the net. Claire is going to get there first. Flings it on net and stopped and frozen. Face-off now coming to the blocker side of the Ames goaltender. Face-off, one back to Hansen, back up to Sebring. Shot gets blocked. And now it's a big foot race. And shot is missed. Kettleson able to steal the puck back, and now we're going to have a race going the other direction. Kettleson takes it wide, shot and score! Goal, Rough Riders. Jack Kettleson puts it in over the goalie's glove, just in the corner. And we have a 1-0 lead for your Rough Riders. Little 2-goal swing there with Rough Riders able to break up a breakaway and then score on their own. Ensuing faceoff is controlled by the Rough Riders. Pass towards the middle, ends up behind the net. Pass out to the front, gets stolen by Kettleson. Kettleson tries to pass it over to Hansen, but it ends up getting blocked. Liam's gonna get the puck that was cleared out. Mishandle, turns it over in the neutral zone. Liam's gonna get it behind the net. Puts it back up towards Maverick. And passed up to Jack, off of his stick though. Flynn's able to temporarily get it. And shot goes towards the net, but doesn't connect. Maverick takes it off of some pads, turnover in front of the net. Jack takes it behind the net. Pass across to Palmer. Palmer's got some time and space. Tries a move, able to get around the first player. Shot in and out of the goalie's breadbasket. Temporarily stopped near the line and then crossed to the other side. Ames coming out strongly with it. Iris able to deaden a shot. Hunt is going to try taking it up. Has some time and space. Mishandles it a little bit. Ends up going into the boards hard. Puck's a little bit underneath him. Puck gets stuck back on him. And then Ames coming out in a little bit of an odd person rush. Jerf able to then pick up the loose puck, taking it up the boards. Try to pass across to the middle. Stopped by Ames. Then White gets a shot that is blocked. Iris on the forecheck. Ames able to get it around her. Breck's able to temporarily break things up. Shot gets locked in front. Locked in front again. Cleared back up to the point. Shot goes wide. White gets it up and out of zone. And we have an icing. Face off, one back to DJ. DJ tries to fling it over to George, but missed that opportunity. Up back to the point. DJ with a nice read into the middle. Owning the puck now, taking it into the zone. Tried to stop and a start, but it ended up getting knocked off of his stick and then cleared out of the zone. And it is going to be enough for an icing. Ensuing face-off is one to the Rough Riders, shot blocked. Liam able to temporarily stop things. And then Clara gets it a little bit deeper into the zone. Shot goes wide of the net. Rings up the wing. Ames coming out with it. Able to get it to another player, but slightly mishandled. Liam comes in aggressively and is able to knock the puck to the wing. And then a little bit of a retaliation call is going to be coming up as soon as Ames touches it. Got a little bit of a hook on that play. Rough Riders go into the power play. Face off, one over to the wing, shot towards the middle. Ames able to clear it out from the front of their net, out of the zone. Breck able to take care of getting rid of one defender. Gets the puck stolen by the second, but Jack gets it along the wing. Shot comes in. Saved. And then knocked back low. Flynn Hansen has it, tries to clear it to the front of the net. Ends up bouncing away. Shot goes wide. Rebound is going to be collected by Ames up the boards. Mishandled at the blue line, and Ames is going to come out on a rush. Breck's able to keep the puck to the outside. And Kettleson has the puck, passes it up to Hansen. Hansen passes it over to Palmer. Palmer getting chased, dumps it down low. Hansen in on the forecheck. Able to break it up a little bit. Sebring gets a shot that gets blocked. Another shot ends up just wide. Ames back at full strength now. Sebring able to keep it in the zone. Shot gets deflected to the wing. Sebring able to help get the puck out of danger's way. Kettleson coming out with some speed. Got Palmer with him. Does a drag, shot, and score. Jack puts it through the defender's feet and is able to put it into the net. Not quite a power play goal, but the pressure from the power play seemed to have a hand in getting that goal. Liam with it. Passes it across, intercepted. Pass over to Maverick. Maverick has it blocked away from him. Tries a pass, ends up on Jerf's stick. Jerf gets it to Monty. Monty is able to push it through. Not quite able to catch up to it, though. Pass across to the middle. Gets stuck in Jerf's feet, and Ames is able to get it out of trouble. Ends up stuck against the boards a little bit. Comes back to the middle. Jerf gets it stuck in his feet a little bit. And then popped out of the zone. Maverick's going to get to it first. Maverick takes it behind the net, looking for some space, passes it up towards Jerf off of his stick. Intercepted by Iris, and then intercepted by Ames in front of the net. Puck stuck against the wall for a second. Now pop down lower. Wyatt's going to be in on the forecheck. Pass across. Shot goes into Baker's glove and frozen. Face off controlled by Ames. Shot blocked by Baker. Still loose in front of the net. Popped up to the point. Ames able to keep it in the zone. Popped off of their stick by George. Still in the zone. Corbin's able to get control of it momentarily. Claire is trying to work her way into the zone. Tries to pass it over, but a Rough Rider was a little bit too eager, and we have an offside. 30 seconds remaining in the first period here. Face-off is controlled temporarily by the Rough Riders. Hit off of their stick to Ames. Breck has it, passes it up towards Clara. Clara's not able to hang on to it. Pass goes into the middle. Hunt's able to get there first. Probably going to run out of time for this rush. Passed over to Lanyo. And that'll be the end of the first period. In our first intermission here, it is Rough Riders 2, Flyers 0. Riders are ready and now going to be skating from the far side of the ice towards us, and Ames is going to be skating away from us. One of the joys of having to call this game from an end zone because of lack of space around the rink. Face-off controlled back to DJ. DJ tries to pop it back up to Jack. Misses him, though. Ames has it. Flynn on the forecheck. Gets it knocked away from one. Up to Palmer now. Knocked off of his stick. Rough Riders needing to regroup. Passes it over to Jack. Jack takes it against the grain. Able to get it into the zone. Pass across to the middle. Shot comes in. And again, Hansen on the rebound. It is now Rough Riders 3. Face-off is now controlled by Ames. DJ able to break up a pass and offside. Face-off controlled by Cedar Rapids. Knocked over towards Palmer, I think. But then knocked into the zone, offside by Ames. Ensuing face-off is controlled back to the Cedar Rapids D. Pass across goes to Hansen. Hansen up to Kettleson. Back to Hansen. Passes it over to Kettleson. Shot goes across. Flynn isn't quite able to get to that one. Ames coming out with it. DJ's able to break it up. Kettleson with the puck. Drag around one. Passes it up to Palmer. Palmer has it blocked, but Jack's right there. Shot comes in wide of the net from DJ. Ames able to get on the rebound. Gets chipped by him, but Gavin Sebring is temporarily able to get it before he trips over himself a little bit. Jack Kettleson gets it behind the net. Dropped back to Gavin. Gavin pops it back up to Jack. Back over to Palmer. And shot into the goalie's glove with a big windmill afterwards. Nice idea there from your Rough Riders. 12.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Jerfline is out there for this face-off. Face-off controlled back by Ames. Pass blocked by Iris, but manages to get past Liam. Rough Riders need to hurry to get things taken care of. A couple shots end up getting blocked. Maverick has it behind the net. Hard pass goes up and over the D's stick, and then it is going to go for an offside. Unfortunately, it's likely that we're going to run out of power here very soon. So thank you all for joining us. We'll try to keep you as updated as we can via other methods. But unfortunately, with no power, batteries only last so long. Dumped into the Ames zone. Iris on the forecheck. And offside. Face-off controlled to the side. Rough Riders have it. Coming into the middle. Shot from George gets blocked. Dumped back out to the zone. Hunt is able to reclaim it, but it ends up rolling off of his stick. Then back to Breck. Breck over to George. George gets it collected, but it bounces over the Ames stick. Corbin on the hunt, but it does not get to him. Ames coming in on a 2-on-1. Pass across gets blocked. Hunt up to George. Goes underneath his stick. Corbin racing to provide some forechecking pressure along with Clara. Bounces right over Clara's stick, but then blocked up by Johnson. Gets by him though. Clara with the puck. Tries to get it up. Ames gets it back into the corner. Johnson with the puck. Passes it up the wing. Two players going. Ooh, that's going to be a checking from behind or a body check. Looks like body check is going to be the call. Rough Riders going back to the power play. Face-off controlled by Cedar Rapids to the point. Shot from Gavin Sebring ends up in the net. power play goal for your Rough Riders. Not something we've seen often this season, but this was a great time for it. It is now a 4-goal game. Ensuing face-off is controlled by Ames. Shot blocked wide. Ames able to get to it first. Cedar Rapids able to knock it free. And then it gets knocked back. Passed into the middle. And goal for Ames. Rough Riders not able to get that puck out of the zone, and it ends up in the back of the net.